Fellas, have you ever found yourself in a moment of life where you've just gone, fuck, I have no idea what to do? A whole heap of information has presented itself, the world's unfolded, a moment in time has happened, something has changed, and boom, I have no idea what to do. What do I do right now? For a long time, I lived in this space of like the world unfolding and me going, either freezing and doing fuck all, or the other end of the spectrum was doing all of these things, taking everyone's piece of example, everyone's little demonstration and trying to do that to fill this void of what the fuck do I do right now inside of me? The first option, freezing, I'd just get frustrated. I'd be like frustrated and end up sad. The second option, I'd end up exhausted and then end up sad. And this cycle of not knowing what to do in the face of the world as the world's unfolding is really incredibly common. I see it a lot in the dudes I'm coaching and the people I'm working with. I see it in myself still to this day, sometimes unfolding. Have to check and catch myself. And over time, it was only through hanging out with some real high impact men for a long period of time in massive various fields, from prime ministers all the way to survivalists who lived in the bush and had nothing to do with the system. But what I found within both of these archetypal men and everyone in between was that figuring out what to do centered around two key questions. So the men who were successful, who were having an impact in the world, who were following their design, asked these two key questions. And the first question is, what do I feel? What am I feeling right now? And a feeling is different from an emotion. I'll explain why. An emotion is a feeling that's been hijacked by the mind and pawned out to the ego. And it always centers around drama, story, and all of this like chaos. The emotion is that energy and like energy moving in that chaos, and there's a story and there's drama and there's duality. A feeling is more stoic, it's deep, it's down, it's like, this is it, this is the feeling. So when I say, what am I feeling? Those men ask themselves, like, what am I feeling right now? It's not like, what am I? It's like, what am I feeling? Whoa, that's what I'm feeling. Doesn't mean they're emotionless. It just means they have that deep-seated comfort in being in the feeling without needing to pawn it out to the ego for a big story, for it to matter, for it to mean something. They're able to sit with that deep, deep feeling of the gravity of a feeling as opposed to the energy of an emotion and the chaos. They can stay with the weight of that feeling. The number one question that men are asking themselves is, what am I feeling? And from there, this is the kicker. This is the thing that amazed me. This is the thing that I saw across the field with lots of men. It's like, right, and what's the opportunity for initiation right now? And what that means is, what do I need to do to come back to well-being? What is the opportunity for me to face something about myself I might have been avoiding, that I might not want to see? What is the opportunity for me to take action in the world to have an impact? What is the opportunity for me to level up? Is this an obstacle or is it an opportunity for me to level up? And so the men who are having an impact, the men that I've been lucky enough to hang out with, that's one of the practices they do. It's, okay, what am I feeling? That's what I'm feeling. That's the truth. And now what's the opportunity for initiation? What do I need to take myself to do? Where do I need to sit? What do I need to see? What do I need to say? What do I need to act on to initiate myself into another level of being just completely me? These men, this is the key to self-initiation. These experts, this is what we're doing. It's like, what am I feeling? What do I need? What's the opportunity? What am I feeling? What's the lesson? What am I feeling? What am I not seeing? This dynamic, this interplay between being completely aware of the feeling. In the New Age self-development world, it's feeling is like the feminine. Like feeling is the feminine. It's receivership. That's the feminine. It's like, what am I feeling? Come into the receivership of that. And only from that holding, from that stable place, then I can take action. And the action is the aligned, the masculine, whatever everyone wants to call it, but that's the action. And that action will only be aligned when there's a solid base of awareness around the feeling state. So these two practices, once I brought them into my life, a lot of shit has started to change. Like my whole life revolutionized. Like, okay, what am I feeling? And what do I need to do? Instead of this chaos of bouncing up and down, moving around, doing either nothing, feeling immobilized and fucking helpless and useless, or trying to be so useful that I do everything and achieve nothing, coming into alignment. What am I feeling? And what's the opportunity for initiation? This cycle plays out on the micro all the way to the macro. From moment to moment, washing up or making big decisions about my life, where I want to live, what I want to do, who I want to be with, how I want to share this. So these two questions, So simple. They're the foundation of self-initiation. They're a pivotal part, like a foundational block of being a self-initiated man. A man who is successful, has impact, is useful in the world, who actually uses his situation to better that of others. Self-initiated men are asking those two questions. Have you ever asked them? Have you thought to ask them like this? This is how we find clear direction. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Blessings. Thanks for tuning in.